Hello everyone. In this session, we have to start new article from chapter 5 oscillation, and this article is composition of SHM. Now, in this article, when we are considering two SHM, then we have to obtain what is the resultant displacement, what is the resultant amplitude, or what is the resultant phase. These things we have to obtain. So we consider two SHM. So let us write the first SHM. X1 is equal to A1 sine omega t plus phi 1. We are considering two SHM with different amplitude A1 and second SHM having amplitude A2. And the initial phase phi 1 and phi 2. Period is same, so I written here omega only. Second SHM X2 is equal to A2 sine omega t plus phi 2. This is second SHM. Now, the resultant of these two SHM we have to obtain. Hence, resultant is. So, X is equal to, I can write X1 plus X2. Now, let us substitute the values of X1 and X2. This is X1, this is X2. So, A1 sine omega t plus phi 1 plus A2 sine omega t plus phi 2. Now, we have to use here formula. By using, let I tell you a formula, by using sine of C plus D. So, or sine AB I use, sine AB, or C I write, C is okay here, C plus D. So, sine C cos D plus cos C sine D, cos C sine D. By using this formula, we can write X is equal to A1 as it is. So, this term I have to expand, sine of omega t cos phi 1 plus cos omega t sine phi 1. So, this is the expansion of this bracket. Similarly, we can use here also the same formula. So, I can write here plus, I write A2, then in a bracket this sine omega t cos phi 2 plus cos omega t sin phi 2. Now after that, this A1 multiplied by every term of this bracket and A2 multiplied by every term of this bracket. So I can write here. So A1 sin omega t cos phi 1 plus A1 cos omega t sin phi 1 plus A2 sin omega t cos phi 2 plus A2 cos omega t sin phi 2. Then after that, we can take sin omega t common from this first term and this third term. And then whatever we get in a bracket that I have to write. So I will take common sin omega t here from first and third term. So we get in a bracket A1 cos phi 1 plus A2 cos phi 2. From second and fourth term, I can take cos omega t common plus cos omega t. Then in a bracket we get A1 sin phi plus A2 sin phi. Now we try to reduce this equation by doing some substitution. So let me substitute here. Let's substitute. Let substitute. Now what we have to substitute? Let I write it here. R. So you can see this term. So here amplitude, cos and phase. Amplitude, cos and phase. So instead of that I write resultant amplitude. So resultant amplitude I use R. And the cos of phase I use delta for phase. So instead of this bracket I substitute this. Let's substitute this R cos delta, or substitute A1 cos phi 1 plus A2 cos phi 2 is equal to R cos delta I substitute. And instead of second bracket, you can see amplitude, sine, phase, amplitude, sine, and then phase, initial phase. So I can write here. So A1 sine phi 1 plus A2 sine phi 2 is equal to R sine delta. I substitute R sine delta. Now I give here equation number 1 and equation number 2. So by using this equation 1 and 2, if I substitute these two equations in this, then we get resultant displacement x is equal to R sine omega t into this R cos delta. So this sine omega t into this R cos delta, we get x is equal to R sine omega t cos delta, that's R I written first, plus R, this R, then cos omega t, and instead of this means cos omega t into this bracket is R sine delta. So R I written first, then cos omega t sine delta. Now R we can take common. So R in a bracket I can write sine omega t cos delta plus cos omega t sine delta. Now after that, so this R sine omega t cos delta plus cos omega t sine delta. So this is expansion of this formula R sine of this omega t plus delta. So this is expression for resultant displacement. This is expression for resultant. Which formula we use here? We use same formula here. Whatever the formula we use to expand this term and this term, the same formula we use. So here to reduce it. So this is resultant displacement. This is expression for resultant displacement. Now after that, we have to obtain expression for resultant amplitude and resultant phase. So first we obtain resultant phase and then we can obtain resultant amplitude. Resultant amplitude require more space. So first resultant phase. So resultant phase. Resultant phase is shown by this delta. You can see this equation 1 and 2. This delta is the resultant phase. And this resultant phase formula we have to obtain. So we can do one thing here. We can take division of these two. So by equation 2 divide by equation 1. Equation 2 divided by equation 1. What we get? I write this right hand side first. R sine delta divided by R cos delta. So what we get? This R get cancel. So I write it like here. R sine delta divided by R cos delta is equal to. So this term divided by this term. So A1 sin phi 1 plus A2 sin phi 2 divided by A1 cos phi 1 plus A2 cos phi 2. Now here R get cancel. Sin delta by cos delta, tan delta. Tan delta is equal to this. But we have to obtain expression for delta. So tan I can shift to that side, tan inverse. So we get here delta is equal to tan inverse of this bracket. So A1 sin phi 1 plus A2 sin phi 2 divided by A1 cos phi 1 plus A2 cos phi 2. So this is expression for resultant phase. This is expression for resultant phase. Similarly, we have to obtain expression for resultant amplitude. Resultant amplitude means R. Formula of R we have to obtain. Now, we don't have space here, so I can erase this part here. So by using again equation 1 and 2, we have to obtain expression for resultant amplitude. So I will give here heading resultant amplitude. Resultant amplitude. Resultant amplitude by capital R. So equation 1 and 2. So I can see equation 1, equation 2. Now I will do here squaring and adding equation 1 and 2. So by squaring and adding 1 and 2. We have to square and we have to add. So this side is smaller, the right hand side. So I can square this side, this square plus this square. So square of this, r square sine square delta. So I can write here r square sine square delta plus square of this r square cos square delta. R square cos square delta is equal to square of this plus square of this. I can write in a bracket here a1 sin phi 1 plus a2 sin phi 2 bracket square plus this square a1 cos phi 1 plus a2 cos phi 2 bracket square. Now I can erase the other part of the board. We require more space here, so I will erase this one. Okay. Now here, after doing this square, so here r square is common, so I can take r square common. So in a bracket sine square delta plus cos square delta. So here square of this, so I can expand square of this by using a plus b bracket square. You know that a plus b bracket square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So a square in this square, so a1 square sine square phi 1 plus I can do this square and a2 square sine square phi 2 plus 2 into this into this, 2 into, I write first a1 a2, 2 into a1 a2 then sine phi 1 sine phi 2. So this is expansion plus now similar manner we have to expand this bracket also by using a plus b bracket square expansion, a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this square a1 square cos square phi 1 plus a2 square cos square phi 2 plus 2 into this 2 into this a1 a2 I write first a1 and a2 and then cos phi 1 into cos phi 2, cos phi 1 into cos phi 2. Then after that this term and this term we can take a1 square common. Then what we get in a bracket, we get sine square phi 1 plus cos square phi 1. Now you know that here sine square delta plus cos square delta is 1. So r square I written. This is coming 1. Similar manner, when we write a common of a1 square from these two terms, then in a bracket we get sine square phi 1 and cos square phi 1. Sine square phi 1 and cos square phi 1 addition is 1. So I can write a1 square plus similar manner here also a2 square we can take common. Then in a bracket sine square phi 2 plus cos square phi 2 which is also 1. Plus here 2a1 a2 is common. 2a1 a2 is common. Then in a bracket sine phi 1 sine phi 2 in plus this one cos phi 1 cos phi 2. Now this is expansion of cos phi 1 minus phi 2. So I can write this as it is a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 into this cos of phi 1 minus phi 2. So this we get. So we get here r square. But we have to obtain resultant amplitude r. R we have to obtain. Hence r is equal to under root. So under root this a1 square plus a2 square plus 2a1 a2 cos of phi 1 minus phi 2. This is expression for resultant amplitude. Okay. I hope everyone understood this formula. Now here also we can learn three cases we learn here. Case 1. When the phase difference between two SHM is, means this is a phase difference phi 1 minus phi 2. If this phi1 minus phi2 is 0. It means that the two SHMs are in same phase. When they are in same phase, then difference is 0. Then cos 0, you know that cos 0 is coming 1. So if this is coming 1, then we get under root r is equal to under root, we get a1 square plus a2 square plus twice a1 a2, because cos of this is coming 1. Then under root this, it means that we can write the same like this, a1 plus a2 bracket square. You know that a plus b bracket square, you know that a1 square plus a2 square plus twice a1 a2. Now, under root a1 plus a2 bracket square, we can write a1 plus a2. So this is the resultant amplitude. Means when the two SHMs are coming in same phase, then their resultant amplitude is addition of their individual amplitudes. Similar manner, case 2. When they are coming in out of phase with the phase difference of 180 degree. Means if phi1 minus phi2 is 180 degree or pi. Hence cos 180 is minus 1. So cos 180 is minus 1. So minus 1 into this minus. Only the minus term is coming here. So we get r is equal to under root a1 square plus a2 square minus twice a1 a2. So which is the expansion of a1 minus a2 bracket square. You know that a minus b bracket square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So that we have to use. So by using that we can write, hence r is equal to a1 minus a2. So this is the resultant amplitude. So when two waves are coming in opposite phase or phase difference 180 degree, then resultant amplitude is a1 minus a2. Case 3. One more case we have to write. If they are coming out of phase with the phase difference pi by 2. If phi1 minus phi2 is 90 or pi by 2, then r is equal to under root. So what we write? So you know that cos 90 is 0. 0 into this 0. So we get under root a1 square plus a2 square. So under root a1 square plus a2 square we get. So this is a resultant amplitude. Now here we learn 3 cases here when the phase they are coming in same phase, means the phase difference 0. Then resultant amplitude is a1 plus a2. If both the SHM having a same amplitude, then resultant amplitude is a plus a, 2a. So here if they are having a same amplitude, then a minus a, 0. Means one cancel another when they are coming in opposite phase and the amplitude is same. So here when they are having a same amplitude, then under root a plus a, under root 2a, sorry, under root 2a square. So under root 2a square means root 2a we can write. So this is the resultant amplitude. We can write many cases here by substituting here a different value of the phase difference. But that's it here. We require these 2 cases in another chapter. So you remember this, when they are coming in same phase, resultant amplitude is a1 plus a2. When they are coming in out of phase with the phase difference pi or 180 degree, then resultant amplitude is a1 minus a2. So in today's lecture, that's it only. This chapter we have to continue in the next session. Thank you.